All right. Tommy Graham with another movie review on the second Joker movie that's out. Now, the original Joker, I loved it. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. It was more of a movie about mental health. And going into the second movie, that's also what it is, in my opinion. How does this movie compare to the first one? I'd say this movie gives you a lot more in-depth feel for the character and what that character's going through. And let me just put it this way. Everything is explained in this movie, which a lot of people were like, what the hell just happened after watching the first Joker movie? Like, what's going on? Why is this a thing? This doesn't make any sense. I liked it. The movie focuses, again, on mental health and mental health issues, which I think it's awesome because not a lot of movies focus on that. And this is a subject that I think a lot of people should be aware of because with our economy declining, more and more people are going to be developing these mental issues, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. And a lot of people say, hey, it can't happen to me. I'm a good guy. I'm a lucky guy. I'm a go-getter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, when depression hits you, it hits you. This movie focuses a lot on that and coping mechanisms that the Joker does to cope with his life and his surroundings and traumas that were bestowed on him as a child. Okay, so the leads were Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. They did an outstanding job. Okay, as you know by now, this movie is a musical. And I don't like musicals, but I do really like this movie because it has that dark humor to it, which is my favorite type of humor, is dark humor. And this definitely has that, and it adds into the musical part of it. And I really liked it. The soundtracks that they picked were good. I might not be familiar with the songs. A lot of people are. Listen, my gal, she was dancing and singing out of the theater, no lie, twisting and turning in the parking lot, singing songs that I don't think I've ever heard or songs that I remember hearing. In the mix of them performing these songs, you could tell that they were rehearsing these songs and they did a really good job at executing choreography. Okay, the choreography was great. It's Lady Gaga. Come on. I'm goo-goo for Gaga. Okay, she was looking extra thick in this movie. She was drop dead gorgeous. Is there a lot of action in this movie? No, not necessarily. It's about the characters. Not really action, not a lot of gunfights and stuff like that. There were a few scenes that it got a little wild, but it wasn't a Batman or a DC movie where action was the main focus. It was the main focus of the character and his character traits, why he is the way he is, what makes him tick, and why, which was really, really good about the movie. Now, I would have loved to see more action and more people, getting pew, pew, but that just didn't happen. That's not what we've seen in this movie. There was a few, but not many. The tone of the movie has a very similar tone to the last one. I would say it's not as dark, but it's still dark, okay? It sheds a lot of light on his past and what happened with his mom and the neighbor, because that was kind of like open in the air. What did he do? What happened? You do find out in this movie what happens with all of that. So in the end of the movie, I'm not going to give any spoilers. You might not catch it. I almost said to myself, I have to watch this movie again to see what that was at the end. You got to pay close attention, but it definitely leaves you with like relief. It definitely gives you a sense of, oh, that's what it was. That's what happened. That's why this movie exists. Because some people are like, why does this movie exist? It's not even canon, makes no sense, blah, 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 blah. All that negative shit. Listen, the end of this movie kind of puts a cap on that. All right, so there are a couple scenes where it's kind of seems like they're paying homage to Heath Ledger. Not saying that he's a part of the story, but scenes that are similar to when he was the Joker, which I thought was pretty cool. And apparently Joaquin shouted him out when accepting an award for the Joker, which is awesome. A lot of people say Heath Ledger was the Joker. He was the best. But yeah, he did a great job, but Joaquin added an extra twist onto the movie. The movie did give you a sense of leaning on the edge of your seat to try to figure out what was going to happen next, what was going to happen. See, the whole time I'm like, holy shit, Harley Quinn is going to bust them out. They're going to go out guns blazing. Many parts where it's like, is it going to happen? Does it happen? I'm not telling you whether it happens or it does not, but you definitely get that suspense feeling of, oh, here it comes. There's a lot of that. A lot, for me at least, there's a lot of that feeling. There were people clapping. This was an exceptional performance from the two head roles, okay, which is Lady Gaga, and Joaquin Phoenix. They did amazing jobs, along with everybody else, but those are the two names off the top of my head that I remember. And then there's the guy that was in Harry Potter, Brandon Gleeson. He was in Harry Potter. He did a great job. I would give this, let's see, out of 10, as an artistic film, I would give it a 10. But as a DC film, I'd give it a 4. Maybe a 6, between 4 and 6, because the ending really capped it off for me. It kind of was like, okay, boom, that was great. That was great. I get it now, because it was one of the theories that I heard back when the first Joker came out and people were all puzzled. What the hell's going on? Why is it da-da-da-da? So I watched videos and did some reading on different theories and different comics based on the Joker. And one of them was right. One of them was right. I'm not going to tell you which one. And I hope you enjoyed this spoiler-free review by Tommy Grimm. We at ya.